Hello, hello, Taurus. This is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill. We're going to talk about December, and it's going to come in the form of a month-long overview that looks like from November 28th to January 1st, because I do those 7-day weeks, right? So we'll have 5 columns this month, and we'll talk about each week as it comes, all right? I'm going to do the overview. And then, of course, we'll do additional videos that have to do with the rest of the weeks. More in-depth. Now, the other thing to know is that I'm going to go ahead and program the other deck of cards for the first week so that we can go in-depth right away at the end of this reading of the whole month. Okay? So if you're enjoying these readings, go ahead and hit the like button and follow me if you like. That'd be great. So yeah, it's the Rider Waite that we go in depth with. Programming the cards for Taurus is important. Okie dokie. We are ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and lay out the cards for Taurus right now. All the cards will face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means don't read them upside down. No bad cards. They're just lessons in the deck. And yes, indeedy, we are going to go 5 weeks. First row of cards is where we are. The second row is what's blocking us. And the third row is our solution. In the other videos, I will, of course, be showing you the cards in my hands and all that stuff. But maybe in coming months, I'll learn how to do it the other way. So you can see the whole time. You'll see. Okay. So let's just get into it and see what's going on for Taurus in the month of December. We're going to start with the week of November 28th through December 4th. And I look forward to seeing how this goes, right? So we have the 3 of Wands, the Tower, and Ace of Cups. So where you are at the beginning of this, or during this week, is looking back at your past experiences and your past endeavors and really appreciating how you got here and how this all came to be. And you're appreciating the path to victory, right? Because you're living in a wonderful space right now. But part of this is about bringing those lessons along so that you don't repeat old lessons. So, of course, if you aren't necessarily exactly where you want to be, this is about learning new stuff, okay? And being open to the possibilities. And so we're looking at your situation, the thing that's blocking you, the card that's blocking you is the Tower. Now, the Tower always sort of says things aren't going to go according to plan, right? Things are going to go wonky, and you're going to have to work your way back. And that's part of the deal. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. So when I see the Tower, I usually say, definitely make several versions of a plan so that you have plan A, plan B, and plan C. Because A and B probably won't happen, but plan C might. And even if C doesn't happen, you're going to end up someplace better than any one of those 3 plans, because that is how the Tower works. You end up in a better place, but things have to go to complete shit first. Hang in there, let it be okay, ride the wave, and be prepared for things not to go according to plan, but you will end up somewhere new and different and just as fabulous. So, okay, it'll be three months probably. That's sort of the course that I've noticed with the tower, that it takes 3 months for it to just sort of dissipate and get through. Um, but in that time, when you turn around in 3 months, you can be like, wow, I went through a washing machine, but I came out the other side and I'm okay. And in fact, I never would have seen myself in a place like this, and I'm happy. Go figure. So hang in there, brace yourself, and get ready, because it's going to get interesting. All right. The solution to this month, to this particular week, is the Ace of Cups. So focus in on a relationship or some new loved thing. It could be a new pet, or it could be a new baby. It could be any number of things that you're very involved with, caring about. Sort of distract yourself with something new and thriving. Okay, that's the kick. Is it has to be new and thriving. So, yay! It will be lovely to focus in on something, whether you plant a seed just to watch it grow and sprout and do something new and thrive. Okay, it'll give you a point of focus that is positive. All right. Well, everything is a little funky, and then maybe at the end you'll have a critter or a plant, and that's a good thing. So that's wonderful news. Moving on to the week of December 5th through the 11th, we have Judgment as the first card, representing where you are. And with Judgment being where you are, it's this particular week, you could be particularly picky a party, that part of you that wants to make things not great, right? There's part of you that wants to sort of kick things in the shins because you're mad, okay? Allow yourself to have anger, but somewhere else. Wherever it is that you're making your money, you need to, not do that at work, okay? The people around you don't deserve it, and you genuinely need to put yourself to work looking for alternatives on how to handle your anger, okay? It's good. So, the Fool. The Fool is what's blocking you. So, interestingly, there's another opportunity to jump into something new, but you're overjudging it and deciding that maybe, no, it doesn't feel like what I want. Easy. Easy. Or maybe it sounds too good to be true, and the too good to be trues are often too not true. So, take a deep breath and see where this goes. There's a King of Wands down at the bottom as your solution, and we're talking about you talking to somebody else. Don't just listen to your own intuition in this moment. You need more information, and this guy, this male energy of like mind, can help you see it for what it is and clarify how you should approach the situation. All right. If you have a mentor, it's a good idea to step into that and get closer to that, because that will be helpful to you, okay? He will help you weed out what's going on. Fair enough? Cool. We'll get more information later. Next week over, being 12th through the 18th, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is talking about how there's more information about how and when you might make more money. And that's always good. The next card down is the Two of Swords, which is telling me that there's part of this that's scaring the crap out of you, and you're a little bit afraid of this offer. So allow it to roll around on the back of your tongue for a minute before you just spit it out, okay? It might be something that if you aren't afraid and you step into it, you find out you're perfectly capable of doing it. It may not be what you thought you wanted to do, but it's something you can do, and you probably do it quite well, all right? So take a deep breath, don't spit it out, but don't say yes immediately either. Your solution is the Five of Swords, which is you re-embracing your power. So you may be in a position of power right now, but you may need to step into more power further over, right? So this next thing that you're looking at, that you're thinking about, but not accepting necessarily, but not running away from, because we're not playing with judgment. We're not jumping into anything immediately. We're ruminating. Yes, we're ruminating this week. But you're ruminating sometimes with a little bit of fear. And I want you to let the fear be what it is, but set it aside for a minute and then see what you can do with it, okay? You never know. Next week over, we're looking at the 19th through the 25th of December, okay? So we'll bring it right up to Christmas. And we have the Strength card, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Page of Cups. So the Strength card tells me that you're going to be in an interesting position where you may be in social situations, but it will be a little less fun for you. So just kind of hang in there, hang on. Don't give in, don't give up, don't be sad, don't be mad, but just sort of realize the things that are being triggered in you, and be ready to embrace the part of you that is maybe your little girl or your little boy who wasn't cared for properly or the way you wanted it back in Christmas, right? Christmas past is coming to play. And I don't want you to be upset about it. Oh, I don't want it to be an upset. I want it to be something where you go, I'm having a feeling. Okay, that's an interesting feeling. Let's think about it. Let's talk about it. Let's write about it. Let's conceive about it. But let's not act on it right away, okay? Don't act right away. Because this Ten of Swords is where you're blocked. So you don't have a position of power in this situation. Just acknowledge the fact that you are not the one in charge of the situation. Maybe you're with the in-laws, right? Not that that's a bad thing. In-laws are wonderful sometimes. And so it's okay. Take a deep breath. Bite your tongue. Feel the feeling. Acknowledge the feeling. And know that the Page of Cups is coming to be your solution, which means that there's going to be a heart-to-heart conversation where at some point you will have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody this week, and it will get you over the hump, and it will help you tremendously, okay? So keep that in mind and keep it close. I wish you a happy Christmas, and I hope that it all comes out nicely for you, all right? Now, we'll get more information about that particular week in another video. But now we'll move on to December 26th through January 1st. Because it looks like there's going to be the Five of Wands, which is, of course, you rallying the troops and having a good time, getting people to your way of thinking. There's an area of your life where you're blocked, and that is the Six of Pentacles, meaning that this isn't really a great time for you to be giving away more money. You may have overspent a little for the holidays, and it's not like you have a lot of extra right now. So just take a deep breath, maybe clean the closet. I don't know. It's okay. You can do stuff like clean out the garage. It'll be awesome. It creates flow without it actually being in your pocketbook. Okay? But there is a want and a need this week for you to just sort of stay home. The Hermit. We pulled the Hermit as your solution. So while being out and partying and hanging out with all your friends for a lot of this time is typical, normal, and ordinary, if the inside part of you wants nothing more than just to curl up on the couch, put on a blanket, and turn off the lights, do it. It's okay. You have permission from wherever you need it. I don't know why I just crossed myself, but there you go. I'm being the pagan girl that I am. Why would I do that? I just wanted you to have a blessing of sorts. And so the real deal is that you can be on your own if you want to, and that's okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and save these cards off to one side. And we will get deeper into them shortly. But first, we're going to go deeper into the first week of December, which is, of course, 28th of November through December 4th. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the extra cards to go deeper. Okie doke. So here we talked about the Three of Wands being an opportunity for you to look back at your past and see where you are and where you have been and give yourself a pat on the back, right? There's going to be a lady of like mind involved with that. We have the Queen of Wands and then the Seven of Pentacles, which is telling me that you're also financially square. You are good to go financially. You are okay. You have a little extra and you're fine. You're comfortable. So you're in a really comfortable space right here looking back and looking at your lessons and remembering who you were and how you are. That's good stuff. We're good. We're into it. Now, we talked about the Tower and how things may fall apart. This is going to be stuff that's going on behind the scenes because it would pull the Three of Pentacles, which just tells me that you may not even be aware that things are falling apart, okay? So don't be alarmed, but do follow your intuition, okay? We pulled the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is always telling me that your intuition is spot on right now. Let your intuition guide you in what's falling apart, how you can handle it, and if it's anything you can maneuver or manipulate. Let's look at the next one over, right? We had the Ace of Cups. We talked about wanting to focus ourselves on something positive that might be outside of this area where things are going so funky, because it will help fortify your foundation and power. So focusing on something outside of where things are falling apart, okay? Because we pulled the Death card also. And the Death card is telling me that we will need to release and let go of something, okay? That just means there's things that need to be released that aren't serving you anymore. And it could very well be the thing that's happening with the Tower, right? So just take a deep breath, see how it is. Call me for a reading and we'll see what happens. But yes, this week I see you letting go of something, starting something that fills your heart with joy, and will also fill you up with power. Follow your gut for sure, and know that your lessons from the past are playing a game right now. Okay, so listen to your gut and listen to what's happening and falling apart, but don't let it hold you back from having a good time over here in your solution. Okay. We will talk again about December 5th through the 11th, and I will talk to you soon.